Hey, Sandy.
What's up, Carlos?
What are we doing?
Recording season 3 of Off Your Flosser podcast.
Already? What do we want the people to do?
Find us. YouTube, Apple Podcast, we're everywhere. Like, follow, subscribe.
And go floss yourselves.
And go floss yourselves. My hair is short. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Last week I had it pulled up in a little bun thing. And now I'm just letting it all. Woo!
I like it. Let me see the side.
It's like, it's kind of tapered in the back. And I didn't do much with it today. Yesterday, we had John's Christmas on his side of the family, and I did my hair up real nice, and then I just slept on it, and I was like, this looks okay. Went to church. Didn't even shower this morning.
Okay.
I showered late yesterday, so it was not like I was stink. Yeah, I'm good.
You know, some details you don't need to share.
Oh, like those that I just did?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me write that down. Some details. Okay, I'm learning.
All right, so it's January 3rd.
Yeah.
Off Your Flosser podcast, episode 116. I am Carlos Rodriguez, and
I'm Sandy Lee.
That's it. I think we're going to start trying to introduce people so we can hook them from the get-go. What do you think?
From the gecko, yes. Geico?
Geico, that'll work too. That'll work because everybody needs insurance.
We can save them 15%. Yeah.
Everybody needs insurance. I had a sandwich tonight from Jersey Mike's Sub. You ever have Jersey Mike's?
Yes, I had it in Texas the last time I was there, not this past, and delicious.
You know, I like it. I got the tuna, and somebody got happy with the vinegar bottle, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They got into like a vinegar water bottle fight or something. I don't know what happened.
Ooh, maybe they unscrewed the cap, like somebody was playing a prank on somebody else and they unscrewed the cap. You know how they do that with salt and then you go to sprinkle salt and it goes everywhere? Maybe
and then they wrap it up and put it in a bag and let me pick it up?
Yep. Well, not my problem no more.
Yes. You order vinegar, buddy. Have at it.
Yeah.
So
but other than that,
it was pretty. The bread was nice, but it's a sandwich. I mean, how good can it be? It's a sandwich.
I've had some good sandwiches.
If you, Sandy Lee is getting a sub, whatever you want, who, what, where, what type of sandwich is it?
I would probably say the last Jersey Mike sub I had.
Really?
I think it was a chicken bacon ranch hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if we're talking sub sandwiches, yeah. Because my go-to, because Subway is about all we have here, I would get the turkey breast with almost everything on it.
Sure.
But, yeah, but if I had to choose like a hot sub off the grill, it's pretty good. I like it. I need stuff like oozing out of it, though, whether it's cheese or ranch or... That's not on my diet, though, dude.
Okay. No, no limitations. We're talking strictly last sandwich meal, and then you had to pick a spot.
Right.
That was it. And that would be yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I would go chicken bacon ranch, or I like turkey, you know.
Hey, what happened to Quiznos? Remember Quiznos?
Yeah. I guess they're still around.
The hell happened to Quiznos?
We didn't have one around us, though.
I
think I might have had it like once in my life or something.
I was hooked on them for a while, and then they just started drying up, son. The quality went to hell. And,
what about Jimmy John's?
I will punch Jimmy John in the throat if I ever meet him. Those sandwiches are freaking horrible.
Oh, you know? I like the unwich. And I get the it's wrapped in lettuce, like romaine lettuce leaves, so you don't have a bun, so I can have it, you know. And then I get turkey breast, and then they have this avocado spread that they put on it. All right.
That sounds decent.
They did away with the sprouts because I like the sprouts, but I guess freaking COVID or E. coli, one of them somethings, did away with Brussels
one of those damn
sprouts
viruses,
or whatever.
bacteria, or something. Healthiest thing you can eat? Broccoli sprouts.
Oh. I could probably do that.
But you got to chew them up and because that's what releases whatever it is chemical that's supposed to be good for you.
Is it like Adderall?
No, it's not a drug. It's it's a nutrient of something that we don't get enough of that helps. If I might be completely off, but it helps something with DNA repair or cleaning up cellular debris or
like
something.
It can get rid of my wrinkles and stuff.
No, it's not a magic. It's not the green stone. No, I'm not saying for you.
I need magic.
You need powers that don't exist yet. Is what I'm saying.
Where's my peg of corn?
Not you. I'm just saying from the inside out that these broccoli sprouts. Okay, I feel like I'm insulting you every time I open my mouth now, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
I'm so offended at everything.
Right? And I saw that on Joe Rogan's podcast with this lady, Dr. Rhonda Patrick, who just is. You hear her talk, and you're like, I feel borderline like a chimp because this chick is so smart. And he'll go, okay, what about this? And she goes, okay, and then she'll explain it away. Where it's still, you can tell, you can see the genius leaking through, but explains it in a way that you can understand. And bottom line, if you can get them healthy, broccoli sprouts are where you want to be. And I didn't know that was a thing.
And, since it's the new year, start doing something better for yourself.
Did you know that was a thing, broccoli sprouts?
I mean, I've heard of them before, but I don't think I've ever had them.
I know I never had them. Look at this. Does this look like it eats broccoli sprouts?
I mean, your skin looks nice.
I'm busy eating vinegar sandwiches from
Jersey Mike's. Well, vinegar's pretty good for you too, right?
It's an astringent, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But New Year's Eve was just recently. Yeah,
I was going to ask you, how was your New Year's celebrations?
You go first. What did you do?
So I ended up going with another couple that we hang out with a lot. We went to a little shindig where they started betting on elementary school kids wrestling in the middle of the floor.
That's where you start.
I lost all my money. So
I went to a wrestling match with kids and I lost $80. And what? That's where you start. Next person asks you, that's how you start that story.
So we walk in and the kids all, they crowd around each other and hang out. And one of the kids came over and asked for a deck of cards from one of the people, and they gave him a deck of cards. And next thing I know, they're like betting nickels and quarters and stuff. And I was like, what is going on? This is
These
like a gambling ring. Little hustlers, for real. And then this little toddler comes over and starts grabbing stuff, and they're like, wah! And then we're
gonna see all those kids on ESPN poker
they will
tournaments
be
in a couple,
poker
couple
champs,
years.
Las Vegas, baby.
Awesome.
But and then so we put all the cards and the change away, and then they started, just straight on wrestling. One of the girls, little girl, she was probably 7. She actually wrestles, and I guess a couple of the boys wrestle, and they were about the same size. And I was like, dude, she pinned him. I was like, dang, all right,
dang,
yeah, my money's on her.
Yeah,
but not really. Like I didn't bet anything. That would be illegal, I think. And then the people that we rode with were like, I think I'm ready to go. We got there at like 7:30 or 8 or something like that. So
that's a long night. By midnight, it's
like, let's go at 10, couple hours,
boom,
done. So we were home.
You had dinner, you show up, you grab a couple finger sandwiches, boom, have a drink, and get the hell out of there. Shoot off a couple rounds. So we left about
11:30, and I turned on the TV and watched the countdown for our time zone, and then we fell asleep on the couch. Bada bing,
nice.
Bada boom. Done.
Well, she was off.
What about you?
I was off. And, it's weird because last year I didn't do anything. But the 3 previous years before that, I was at the Punchline. I was working,
Oh,
and, like 3 years. I mean, I can't remember last time she and I were both together on New Year's. It's at least 5 years. So,
wow.
So the kids went to one of her friend's house. And I'm like, listen, don't told him don't drink at all if you're going.
Yeah.
Or spend the night. He's like, well, I'm not spending the night. And I'm like, well, eat or whatever, but don't drink because the cops are out combing everything.
Big time.
And if you get caught, it's over.
Keeping everybody safe.
I tell you that all the time anyway, but tonight especially. He's like, I know. So they went and we left. We got stuck with Ant-Man. We got stuck with. We chose to hang out with Ant-Man, and we stayed up, and he was sitting up in bed with us watching TV.
Oh wow!
And then we all fell asleep with the lights on.
Yeah, like real party animals.
Anyway, when they get home, they come and grab them and throw them in the crib. So
yeah.
So it was nice.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like leaving him in the nursery by himself. You know what I mean? On New Year's Eve, I'm like, no. I'm not doing that. You're gonna hang out with grandma and grandpa.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
They put Evans to bed. He's on a strict schedule, like between 6:30 and 7. He is down for the count.
Okay. That's very good though.
Yeah, but I bet you he probably woke up just in time for the countdown, like a real man.
No.
Or a real man probably wouldn't have fallen asleep. Anyway.
Real baby man,
Yeah.
That's awesome. Just hear me out. It's nothing ridiculous, right?
Okay.
And I don't know where I saw it, but it's 75 days. Right?
Okay.
75 days, and it's all mental. All this. Remember, like I told you, between the two of us, we have one nice fat brain, right?
Yes.
Individually, but together, dude, we could do anything. And
75 days of what?
Whatever it is that you set your goal to do. So if you go, I'm not eating sugar for 75 days. I'm not eating this. Or I'm going to get up at 6 o'clock every day, regardless of whatever it is that you say you're going to do.
Okay.
And we don't have to do. We don't have. Yeah, we don't have to do the accountability every time online all the time. But you got my number. We text back and forth a couple times a week. So just check in. And if you feel like breaking it, then we need to call the other person or something. You know what I mean? And talk me through it.
You mean kind of like AA having a sponsor?
Whatever you want to call it. Or FF. FA.
What is FF sound? In my mind, I know exactly what you're saying, but I think that's the bad word.
FF sounded it was two letters that rhyme that were the same. That's why I said FF, right?
Okay.
But I meant FA,
Oh.
FAA. The FAA, the Fat Ass Anonymous. Okay.
Like, because I usually take the weekends off, and I'll work out hard Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then do yoga or meditation Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday.
Well, as long as you do that, then you're good. I saw Joe Rogan. It was a lady, and she was talking about her dad and how he was always exhausted, and he just couldn't physically work out. He goes, I disagree. She goes, but he was super tired and felt like he couldn't do the workout. He goes, yeah, I know. No one's denying that. But I disagree that he couldn't work out. And she goes, what are you talking about? He goes, could he walk? Could he stand? She goes, of course. Could he walk to the bathroom? It's like, yeah. Then you can work out. You don't have to go full throttle Ironman triathlon workout. And then when I'm listening to this, I'm like, you're right. Some days you just don't feel like doing it. He goes, you know what? Some days I don't feel like getting up. You know what I do?
Yeah.
I get up and go anyway. And all the people that I watch for motivation, because I got a weak will, dude. I'm tender-hearted. You know what I mean? I'd rather bake some cookies with some little kids and watch some, Jack with Robin Williams or something. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Than actually get up and go, run or go do something. But why not? I could. There's nothing holding me down. What? And it's just mental.
There's a workout app. I
feel like we're getting into something today. I feel it.
There's a workout app called Workout for Women, but I mean, there's nothing about it that's women. Like, it has music that plays and it tracks your progress. You can put your weight into it, track your weight and stuff like that.
So there's no women specific things I need to do before I can go out?
No, it doesn't say insert tampon and go work out. No, it doesn't.
Slap
sports
on
bra
your bra
required.
and go.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't need one. I'm just saying, do I have to if I don't
Kegel exercises. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Like, it's not like that.
Okay.
It's the workouts are 4 to 13 minutes. So you can do a short one, you can do a long one. And that's what I'm going to do in the mornings. I'm going to do a shorter workout in the morning, and then I think I'm going to do a longer workout, and I'm going to add weights too, because I want this big fat bicep with muscles bounding everywhere. I want it to not have this part.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. My muscles are like, hey, we're here. We just can't see you.
I know. My six pack says the same thing.
Yeah.
It sounds like
you
this.
Drink it. Take the mask off your abs, man.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to see the light of day.
We'll get there, little guys. We'll get there.
I'm trying to be uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
For personal growth.
Right.
If that makes sense.
You can't do the same old thing and expect something to be different.
I want to give my body, my temple. I want to get what I need, but not what I want, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because
I need nutrition, but no one needs just pounds of just nonsense and stuff. And I need to just make a mental switch. And I think a 75-day just seems like a hard enough challenge. And I think if you could do it 75 days, I think you could do it forever.
I think it takes 21 days to develop a habit. That's what I keep hearing. I don't know.
I keep hearing that, dude, and I don't know. I can do anything for 21 days and then go right back to doing the opposite.
Well, I did it for 2.5 years and fell off the wagon just as easily as I got on.
So it happens,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know what I'm not going to go back to is smoking at all, ever.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Good job.
I walked by some young guys that were smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a month ago, outside the club, and you go outside. That's where you go to smoke, right? And I was one of those guys, right? And that's where you have some of the best conversations. And dude, they weren't. I don't think they were actively smoking, but I can smell it. And as I'm walking by, it literally, like I almost couldn't breathe. And I go, okay, good. That's a good place to be. I need to be uncomfortable. And then what happened, how I started smoking back when I started doing stand-up, I'd go different places, and they allowed smoking in these clubs and bars and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so you just secondhand build up your tolerance to the cigarette.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're like, oh, hold on, Playboy. Let me borrow one of those bad boys. And that's it. You're back on the train to know we're good,
There's always a point of no return. There's always, and I've heard this about pretty much anything. Your diet, cheating on a spouse, smoking, these things. Like, once you pass that threshold, you're done. Like, that's where you are now. Although, I was a smoker.
Did I know that?
Probably not, because I smoked 4 cigarettes.
Dude, that doesn't even count, man.
On the 4th of July, because I was drinking. And I was like, hey, give me a cigarette. It was dumb.
Did you get sick?
I mean, I got sick, but I think it was a combination of everything else.
Oh. I'll tell you what, though, it wasn't as bad as that ash water I drank this summer. Dude, just the thought of that really kind of makes me gag just thinking about it. I can't believe I kept it down for as long as I did.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oof. It was so harsh, and I knew the night was going to end badly,
Yeah.
That's when you know you messed up. Yeah, it was a bad thing. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there.
That's okay. But so right before we got on here, you said that your account got hacked on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, man.
What do these people not have better things to do? Like, what do they get? Oh, I'm gonna spread my, Well, I guess I have gotten some fishy things from people, and I don't even open them. Like, oh, look at this video. It's you in there. I think you look great. And I was like, what? I'm not in this video. I just by looking at the screenshot, I was like, I don't even know what that is, so I don't open it.
No.
And then you would get, I would get these things that looks like a little piece of mail, a little letter, and it says, "Oh, Merry Christmas," blah blah blah, and I'm like, nope, not opening that. Mm-hmm. So,
what I get sometimes is people saying, "Hey, you're friends with so and so, and this person's a mutual friend, right?"
Yeah.
And it'll be Bob Smith, right?
Good one.
I was just saying, just a random white guy or a lady who looks like she sells real estate or something like that. You know what I mean? Just somebody that I might know from an acquaintance, right?
Yeah.
So you click in it to see what's up with these people, and it's some dude in Indonesia, or some chick in Vietnam, and you're like, nah, son, I don't know who this is.
Don't know you.
Yeah, so nope.
Don't know you.
And I'm sure one or two of those maybe got in. So I go to log in today because I send you a link to the Zoom so we can do this.
Yep.
And it goes, your password was changed today. And I'm like, what? It says, do you want to log out of all the other devices? I was like, yeah. And then I had to go through that whole resetting thing. But it's always something stupid. And honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't happened more. You know what I mean? Because I see every once in a while, I see people going, "Hey, man, I got hacked. Don't accept anything from me." So I don't know. I'm
surprised it hasn't happened to me. I think maybe it has once, but here I think I know why it hasn't. Because pretty much any time that I accidentally or unpurposely log out of Facebook and then go to get back in, I'm like, oh crap, what was my password? And then I have to change it. And I've done that like so many times. The hackers are like, oh, I think I know her new one. And then it's like, ah, crap.
This is like the third one, so she changed it last time. What's going on,
Yeah. So I'm glad you were able to figure that stuff out.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't. At first, I thought, I'm like, all right, this is going to be a nightmare,
Right. Like,
but it
check
turned
your bank
out to
account
not
just in
be
case.
that big a deal. So I guess it's all good.
Did you get your stimulus check? Now that we're talking about banks getting hacked.
Did they finally pass it?
Yeah, it's just the $600, but I put it towards the road. Didn't have to transfer as much money. I'm like, hey, yeah.
Oh, you got it already?
Yeah, I was talking to John's mom on the phone, and she said, yeah, we got ours. And I was like, what? So I'm like on the phone talking to her, and I look at my bank account. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's in there. Are you looking?
See. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you messing with me?
No. Sometimes, yeah, but not now.
Nah.
Did you get it?
I see Jersey Mike's.
Yeah?
Oh,
it's probably quick. Coming.
Remember the other day we were talking about Apple?
Yes.
They got me again.
What do you mean?
Apple.
What about Apple?
They got a little bit more of my money. I'm gonna need that stimulus check. You want to see what I bought?
Okay. Earbuds? Apple?
Yeah.
I kind of want some, but
they're amazing, Sandy.
I don't know. Stop it. Just don't even talk to me right now.
Dude, I got them on sale at Target.
How much?
I mean, it's on sale. It's $25 off. They're like $250, but I think I paid $225 or $200 or something. I can't remember what it was.
Okay, temptation is gone. No, thank you.
All right, but here, this is one thing I'm going to say. The other ones, I had the other ones here. All right.
Yeah.
All right, but your boy, Mr. Butter, got a hold of it and chewed the case all to hell. You see how it's all broken?
Yes.
Look at this, and then this is the top part that goes over the ear pods themselves, and then you can't see it. Dog. but there's bite marks on these. Hold on a second. There's bite marks on them. And they ran for like 6 months, dude.
Yeah.
But they finally gave up the ghost. They won't take a charge or whatever. And I'm trying to be responsible. That was a Best Buy buying the trackpad. Remember the pad thing? I see Skull Candy, AirPod looking things on sale, $25. Normally $52.99.
Okay.
I'm like, well, Skull Candy makes nice sounding stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got them, paired them up. They sounded good for music, but for what I need them for is I need them to hook up to my phone instantly.
Yeah.
Let me talk, and these just work better. I hate this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's $200 better, but they work way better.
They better work better if they're that much.
They have this thing, Sandy. It's incredible. Seriously, like you put them in, right? And all you hear is the music. You don't hear anything, right? And there's a setting that you do where it uses sound waves and it bounces around inside your ear hole to make sure that everything is sealed and nothing's leaking out, right?
Okay.
To make sure you have the right size rubber thing on it.
Yeah.
So you press and hold it for a couple seconds, and there's a mic on the outside of it that lets what's on the outside go into the inside. It's called transparency mode. So you can walk around and listen to music, and hey, you can hear stuff around you. But if you're on a plane, and it just shuts it all off, and then that way you can fall asleep. Wow. Amazing.
Fancy.
Amazing. Yeah.
Fancy.
Pretty damn cool. Answer phone calls.
Yeah.
Conduct business. Make money. I don't know what all this movement is. I think it's a little dramatic, but
you make money on those? What?
I'm gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I don't know if this might be premature, but I might be looking at an internal promotion within the company where I'm working
fancy.
At. Yeah,
that's quick too.
Yeah. Well, the intention was for me to work in the airway department.
Right. Yeah.
And it wasn't quite up and running when I came on, so they had me going into heavy training, but basically it was just manager training.
Right.
Doing it, but under under my buddy Michelle.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna. I feel like a fat toddler. I'm walking. I'm taking a few steps, and they're gonna just. Yeah. As soon as I can get across the kitchen, they're gonna let me.
Start running.
So I'm excited. So the thing is, I'm gonna need to answer phone calls and have meetings and stuff on the go. Yeah. So I need a high quality audio thing. You know what I mean? So
somebody's gonna take your job now. Once you move up.
Yeah. I'm still gonna do part of it, but it's there's a lot of overlap, I guess, between some positions. Yeah. So here's the thing: you can't know too much stuff. Let's just use this as a teaching one for all the young hygienists out there that may or may not be listening to this. It might be just veterans like me and Sandy, but anybody new, cross train, learn as much as you can. It makes you more valuable. Yeah, and even if you leave that position, you leave with a different skill set. They change operating systems. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Learn it. They change digital radiographs into a new format. Then, bro, I mean, there's enough crossover. You're not going to be completely lost. And just, what do you think, Sandy? What do you think? You think?
No, I think there's always opportunity to stuff more into your brain. So, and you never know when that stuffed brain is going to come in handy later.
Yeah. Here's an example, right? Let's say, you're a hygienist, right? Or
I am.
Okay, what are the odds? God forbid COVID shuts everything down again. Yeah. The office where you work is at 83% collections. You figured out because you hang out with Nancy. She taught you how to send collection letters and figure out how to work out unpaid balances. Mm-hmm. Boom. For those 2 weeks that you're shut down, maybe you can help her track down some money for the office and earn your keep. That's all I'm saying. And so you got to think outside the box sometimes. Is all I'm saying.
Right. And that's all the Elijah Desmond, he's all about thinking outside of the op, because there's a lot of opportunities for hygienists in other areas than just clinical. So, yeah.
And everybody's more than just what you do 9 to 5.
Yeah. And speaking of that, like, I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't understand why I can't just retire now.
Do you have? Is your house paid off, and do you have $1 million in the bank, or?
Ooh, no and no.
By that gauge, I'll be working till the day I check out.
No joke. While we're doing these things here, I have to fess up about something, and I feel like it's a little bit of blasphemy or something like that.
What's that? You hear Baba?
Did you hear about the Christmas star stuff? Where have you been?
Christmas star?
Yeah, way back around Christmas. You don't know that?
You mean like the biblical tale?
Google Christmas star 2020.
Like right now?
Yeah.
No, I in that case, I definitely don't know what you're talking about.
Am I alone here?
You might be.
So 800 years ago, I guess was the last time that this happened, but Jupiter and Saturn were so close together, they said, oh, it's going to shine so bright like the Christmas star, and that's what I guess some people believe the Christmas star actually was. Ringing a bell?
No.
Okay, so they were talking about the Christmas star this year, or actually, well, last year technically. So I set up my telescope and I was like all excited. I was like, I'm kind of into the stars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I was like rearing and ready to go, and they said, okay, it's about an hour after sunset. You're going to look in the southwestern sky and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I know where to look because I'm fairly, kind of know where the stars are and stuff. So I'm like hanging out, waiting. And I'm like looking at it. I'm like, okay, so there's Jupiter and Saturn's right next to it. Okay, cool. And I'm like, this is not special. I feel like that's where the blasphemy sets in. Because if you've seen Jupiter through a semi, decent telescope, and you've seen Saturn through a decent telescope, then you've basically seen the Christmas star. You just put the pictures next to each other. That's what it was. Jupiter was here, Saturn was here, and I was like, this is it.
So are they just closer and it looks like one big star?
Yeah, so that was the idea, and they call it a conjunction, not really a star, but I was like, is this it? Like, it wasn't any brighter than normal to me because I've paid attention. And I'm like, so... Huh. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. So, yeah.
That sounds like something that was maybe hyped up.
Yeah, and it was just, It
was a letdown.
I wanted, like, beams of light to, like, smash through my face because it was so bright. I wanted to be, like...
Just straight up, like...
amazed.
Like, damn.
And I was like, oh.
Just like, oh
cool,
my God, is that the Christmas star?
Oh my God, my eyes. Now, so back when they had the eclipse, the solar eclipse, that was amazing.
The one like 5 years ago? In the middle of the day?
That was 2018, so a couple years ago or something like that. Yeah, 2018? 2019? It might have been 2019. Anyway, it was cool. You see the moon going across, and then all of a sudden the sun's like half, and then all of a sudden you see the moon is completely like covering the sun, but you see this radiolucent, like shimmering Illuminati, like ring around the that was amazing. Yeah. that's what I was expecting, some moment, and it was not. So anyway.
Okay, well, here's
you didn't miss anything.
Here's my disappointment from yesterday.
Okay.
All right. It's no big secret. I like the superhero movies.
Yes.
All right. The DC versions have been a little, you know.
They're not.
Wonder Woman, the first one was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonder Woman 1984 dropped. In 1984, I was in high school. That was my shit. That was my era, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can watch it on HBO Max or whatever. I'm like, damn, if I only had HBO Max. I get a thing in the mail that says, yo, you got HBO Max when you upgraded your phone plan to the tethering thing. So I'm like, hell yeah. So I called the guy. I spent an hour on the phone with a guy with a very thick accent who said his name was Daniel, which I'm not entirely sure it was 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. But that was the American version of whatever, his name was, right?
Okay.
The point was, the dude knew his stuff. Walked me through it. We found the passwords. I'm downloading apps. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I get the damn HBO Max.
Yeah.
I start watching it, and then I can stream it, to my big 70-inch television.
Whoa.
I got about a third of the way through. I'm like, Jesus, is this ever going to... Is she going to start doing something wonderful and amazing?
What happened?
Kristen Wiig is in it, who I love because she's very, very funny from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I know her. Yeah.
She's hilarious. She's like low-key one of the funniest people. Yeah.
Yeah. She was in, I just saw something about the news anchor ladies that sue the bigwig at Fox News. And she played a small part in that. Yeah.
Okay. But she was in a movie with Zach Galifianakis where they did an insider job at a bank or something and they stole a bunch of money. But one of the disguises was, and basically Zach stole the money to impress her, but she was seeing some other guy. Okay?
Okay.
So in the movie, they're about to go do the thing. She's like, yeah, honey, go do it. And my man had on a costume to go incognito where it was straight blonde hair.
like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, that kind of
haircut? but long, like a 70s rocker, right?
Oh my gosh, okay.
And this fool had, this is the funny part, he had freaking cat contact lenses on, right?
I think this sounds familiar. I must
cat
have
eye
seen
contact lenses. And I remember watching this scene over and over because it was, he goes, it looks like Jesus had a baby with a kitty cat or something like that,
Oh my gosh.
Or somebody took Jesus and a cat and blended them together. And the outtakes from them trying to film that scene without laughing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't know how they did it, but I was crying. And I'm like, the movie sucked. The movie sucked. But that scene with him with the straight hair and the cat eyes
made it all
screaming.
worth it.
Yeah, it was funny. So she's low key, kind of like an attractive lady,
right?
Not I would say low key. That was rude.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I know her more for being funny, who just happens to be very attractive, instead of just a beautiful person who also happens to be a comedian or something like that. If that makes sense, What I find appealing is the humor part of it.
Yes.
And then she's easy on the eyes. So she's in this gown and I'm like, okay, we're about a third of the way in.
Yeah.
And she's still not the cheetah chick? What's going on? All the previews were lying to me, man.
The cheetah chick?
Yeah, she's fighting some like cheetah lady who is Kristen Wiig.
Oh, so I haven't seen previews or anything for it.
And in the previews, they make it seem like her boyfriend, the guy who died in World War I, Chris Pratt.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Comes back. Still haven't seen him. I hope I'm not ruining the movie for anybody.
You might be.
Shit, I want to go back and finish watching it now.
I'll have to watch the preview. You didn't finish it?
No, I just got annoyed and I just quit.
I've never quit a movie. That's a weird concept for me. And
I don't normally quit movies, but I was just so, all right, come on. Let's go. You know?
Yeah, don't quit movies. Just, stick it out. It's only 2 hours of your life that you'll never get back. It's not like it's you know, like 4 hours or Gone with the Wind or something. Like,
well, let me see. But the app worked flawlessly. And it's free. It came with my cell phone plan.
Yeah.
So now I can watch it on the go or stream it to the big TVs.
Boom. That's nice.
That's not bad at all.
No.
So it didn't cost me anything except an hour of my time on the phone with Daniel. But other than...
I'd say that's probably worth it.
All right. Let me see if I was exaggerating on how long I was into it. Because honestly, I was just like, all right, what the
hockey sticks?
It's an hour and 47 minutes left. I'm in 44 minutes.
This thing is like 2.5 hours long?
Yes.
Well, that's why you didn't get to that part yet, because sometimes they make movies that are just too long, and they could have like cut like this episode. If there's parts that just don't that drag on, you cut them out.
Yes.
And put the good parts together. That's what they should do.
Like I've often said, if you give me a Hulk movie where it's 5 minutes of him being picked on, then he turns into the Hulk, and 90 minutes of him just running around destroying shit, I would be happy.
Yes.
Or Wolverine. It's a 90-minute movie. I want to see him fighting for 70, 75 minutes of it.
Yes.
I want to see him start off, get into something, kill 198 people, cool down, and then resolve whatever problem was. Which, by the way, Logan was one of the best superhero movies of all time. Where he was old and in the future. I've seen it,
and I need to watch it again.
Fantastic.
To decide. Well, here's the thing.
No, there's no debate. You don't. I'm telling you, you don't need to.
I'm just not talking about Logan. I'm just talking about the concept in general. I would much rather, and it's the same concept as on The Office when they had Andre's Pizza Kitchen versus something Pizza Cafe, and he goes, "Would you rather have a large amount of okay pizza, or would you rather have a medium amount of very good pizza?" Same thing goes for movies. I would much rather have a shorter movie that has elements that you just can't go without, versus a 3-hour movie where you've drawn it all out and there's a good part here, a good part here, a good part here, and then you just cut that out and smash it together. I don't even care if it makes sense anymore.
I'm not against good writing that builds up to something, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not against that. Because one of the movies that had a long wrap-up, a long build-up was King Kong, the one from maybe 10 years ago.
Where
made by Peter Jackson. It had Jack Black in it.
The one lady. Yes.
And the lady from The Ring. The blonde lady. I can't remember her name.
Sarah Michelle. What? The Ring?
Yeah. I think
Emily Blunt.
No, I know Emily Blunt. Anyway.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Where did that
You're going to make me look it up. Okay.
Yes. That's how we roll. Okay. Fact checkers.
That King Kong movie had a long intro. But the first scene where you see King Kong, right?
Yes.
And he comes up on a thing, and you just see, and then he comes into view, and all the individual hairs are kind of moving on his face, and his pupils are looking around, and he just growls, and his tooth has a chip, or he's got a cut. I can't remember what it is on his lip.
It's very...
or a scar on his face. And you're like, holy shit, that looks amazing. King Kong. And then the rest of the movie was just amazing after that.
Yeah.
That I can live with. So hopefully in the next 10 minutes...
Something happens,
and she's Wonder Woman just running around. Because in the previews, they had her like in a golden armor outfit fighting a cat lady who was like one of her famous arch enemies. And I'm like, let's get it on, cat lady.
How far into it were you?
44 minutes, man. They had some stuff coming up to it. But until now, it's been kind of boring. I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't think you can judge until you've seen the whole thing.
Okay, you're right.
I'm just going to throw that out there. What kind of movie critic are you if you didn't even watch the movie?
Naomi Watts, 2005, King Kong.
Naomi Watts, yeah.
Peter Jackson directed this one after he did Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is another one. Had a big. Some people said it was boring.
Like the third one was like. Really?
No, dude, I loved them.
Or
and I didn't know anything. The first one was. I remember.
First one was good. Second one I thought was decent. Third one or the other. Second or third, I was just like, golly. I fell asleep in the middle and then woke up and it was still going.
But sometimes those long movies are amazing.
Sometimes.
Avatar.
Oh, Avatar was good all the way through. Yes.
I was sitting in the front row with my neck like this.
Yeah. Ugh.
And I was like, this is just the colors, the sound effects, the special effects. Everything
it
was
was really cool.
Just amazing.
And that was kind of a breakthrough movie for that kind of thing. Just the CGI or animation or whatever it was. I feel like it was the first movie of that sort, if that makes sense. I don't know why I think that.
Well, they invented technologies for that movie.
Oh, well, that's probably why then.
Which I'm sure that they used for Avengers, Infinity. Because there really isn't a 7-8 foot tall dude named Thanos, you know what I'm saying? But they made it look like it was real.
There's not?
There's stuff that they can do today.
Yeah. They
can make anything look real, is all I'm saying.
Well, they added Arnold Schwarzenegger in that not the last Terminator, but the one before that. He wasn't really... Because he was like young again and beefcake and all that stuff. That wasn't really him. They added him. Computer generated. It was the one from last summer.
Yeah. Remember? Yeah. Where Sarah Connor's like, he came out. There was another one. And he's like, and he killed John, John.
Spoiler
Connor.
alert.
That was, if you haven't seen it by now, it's
you're out of luck, buddy.
But the fact that they can even do stuff like that is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty amazing.
So we'll see. I'll give it another shot.
Yeah. Watch the rest of it.
I do what I can. You're welcome.
You're the best.
I know.
So, speaking of the best, we actually lost one of the best dental hygienists recently. And I don't know if you had ever met Jane Weiner, but I did once. But on Facebook, oh gosh, we had plenty of conversations, and she was always active within the lighthearted group.
I didn't know her personally, but I knew of her, and belonged.
And she had a board review business where so many students, and she was so supportive. And we did in the group, we did a moment of silence for her the other day, and that just the comments that people were making, like she got me through my board exam. She messaged me about my kids, like just random things that she did that didn't take a lot of time, but just the fact that she would reach out to people randomly, and it would be based off something maybe she saw, like somebody posted, like, I'm having a hard time. I found out I have cancer, or I found out my kid has this, or I'm just having a really hard time with my son who has ADHD, just random whatever topics. And she would message them personally and talk to them and just carry on, just the most beautiful conversations with people. And she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to take her time. I mean, there are times where I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I got my own stuff going on. But I feel like, because she was diagnosed with breast cancer, she beat breast cancer, but then it came back. From what I understand, I've not had like confirmation on all of this, but I heard somebody told me that it had spread to her lungs. She had CLL, which that's escaped me. I can't remember. And then she ended up getting double pneumonia, and that's actually what she succumbed to. But I was told that in the Jewish religion, you say, may her memory be a blessing. And it was absolutely a blessing to get to know her. And I know there are so many people within the dental world who are just taken aback because it was unexpected. She was just commenting on something the other day in Lighthearted, and I knew she was in the ICU, but I had no idea that she wasn't going to beat this. Yeah, and pull through and that sort of thing. So it was kind of a shock. Someone messaged me. I had a few people message me. Did you know? Did you know? And I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm sitting here. I forget where I was, but I was like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't know. But I wanted to do something in her memory. So we had a moment of silence, and then, people just commented about all the effect that she had on people. And she had a major effect on the dental world, on dental hygienists all over the world. And just the fact that, she was just a good hearted person. So, I
didn't know her personally. And I saw the outpouring of, touching messages and stuff like that. And, life is short. I mean, somebody said that the days are long and the years are short, or something to that effect.
That's perfectly put. Mm-hmm.
I've been going through some stuff, and it's 4 years, and to think about it, the 4 years went by kind of quick, but the day by day it was just a long time, and
absolutely. Sometimes you're just in the moment, in those days that are going by slowly. You can't reach up like King Kong and reach above to see what's going on, or look behind you, because it's in a flash, it's gone. It's it goes quickly. 2020's done and gone, and
Thank God.
We're in 2021 already. I know, I'm like, okay, that's fine, that can get out of here, but
yeah
it goes quick. It goes quick.
And so just reach out for those to those that you love and care about, and let them know you're still there, because just like that, you can be having a sad conversation with somebody. So
and our hearts go out to Marty. She would have been married 50 years to Marty this year. She just had her 49th not too long ago, and I'm sure he's just a mess, because I know I would be too. Sure. But our hearts, our prayers, and all that go out to everybody who knew her, who are just devastated by the loss for the whole dental community. So, we aim to, make you laugh, but we also have this softer, more serious side, and we've shown it a few times.
Sure.
And definitely in the CE course that we provide is it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and
it's not all fun and games, and sometimes life is serious, but
that is life, but let's put a little tribute up for her. And if you guys don't mind, whether you knew her or not, just throw up a little prayer that her friends and family are doing okay, and that they get through this with amazing memories of her.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for bringing that up, man. That's and I'm always at a loss of words for
it's
for
hard.
words.
It's hard.
It's because there's really nothing you can do to soothe
yeah
anybody, but just I'm here for you. Just give us a yell. So
yep. So I mean, with that, I don't know if we can really go back to the fun and games. So maybe we'll just end with that, and rest in peace, Miss Jane Weiner.
Yeah, no closeout song today, guys. And,
but I do believe she would definitely support us when we tell people to go floss themselves, because her heart was her heart was absolutely in it for better oral health. So we can say that with Jane's blessing, I'm sure. So episode 116, unless Carlos, you have any other words of wisdom?
This has been fun, silly, and touching too. So
yes,
I'm good. If you're good, guys, thank you so much for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you around. Go floss yourselves.
Bye-bye.
See you.